What's up, guys? Mr. Nose Hoops back today with another video. And today I am talking about Luka Doncic, a man who, quite frankly, has exceeded my expectations of this series, especially considering how he had been playing prior to this series. So before Game 5 of the Western Conference semifinals against the Oklahoma City Thunder, Luka was averaging 27, 10, and 9 on 40 from the field, 26 from 3 on 10 attempts a game, and 77 from the line. Luka, during/after that game, including this entire Minnesota series, 32, 9, and 9 on 50 from the field, 45 from 3 on 10 attempts a game, 88 from the line, and cleaning the glass provides he is 48% from the mid-range. That is elite, all-time elite. So without further ado, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe. And today we are covering a burning question within the NBA community. Is Luka Doncic, or can Luka Doncic be crowned now the best in the world? So let's get right into it. The first thing we got to talk about is Luka's return to form as a scorer. And again, it already sort of harkens back to what I've said. Now, obviously, he's attempted the same amount of threes, but it's seeing Luka be more aggressive and attacking that's helped, right? First of all, the Mavs have been spamming pick and roll, and Timberwolves don't really know what to do about it. Right? McDaniels ends up behind Luka. Steps, similar to Lou Dort. Lou Dort were trying to get Luka on the hip. Luka created that separation. That's just wide open. That's money. That's his bread and butter. Derek Lively comes over, gets Kyle Anderson. Right now, Rudy's afraid of the threat of the possible lob. Pumps. Anderson bites. Luka goes over. Beautiful pass to Lively, which, by the way, Lively kind of passes it back to him. It tips off of him. Back to Luka. Gobert goes over because, again, the threat of Luka as a passer. Just him in the rim. It's too easy. This guy has been nothing short of absolutely remarkable. Getting McDaniels on him again. Getting him on his hip, right? Now you have a staggered screen incoming. Boom. Screen 1. Boom. Screen 2. All of the space in the world. No one to close it out. Wide open 3. Luka gets threes now in momentum versus I kind of got to force something. And that's where I feel like he would sort of lose his rhythm. Right? Kyrie gets the ball. And this is a beautiful action coming up here, right? So you'll get Lively, who goes for the screen, sort of goes, no, it's okay. I've got Ant. Boom. And it's just one of those things, man. When Luka is attacking, that is when he's at his most dangerous. It's just undisputable. Like, when this dude is feeling it, he really does play like he's the best in the world. He's unstoppable. Right? Even now, the spin move here, right? Ant, again, gets stuck on his hip. Luka spins off of it. Ant can't keep up. Blows right past to the right of Naz Reid. Switches hands even. And gets the extremely tough bucket. Now, I think a big part of it is too, I think them winning against Oklahoma in less than 7 and them having those 4 to 5 extra days to both watch film and honestly just rest, I think it's helped Luka tremendously. He looks much faster than he does before. Not that he's quick, because he's never been that quick of a player. He doesn't seem as hampered by his injuries. They don't seem as bugging or nagging. Obviously, he'll have moments, but he seems more healthy, and he's playing far better, and he's looking far better. So again, if Luka continues this sort of scoring, especially assuming they make the finals, I mean, I guess you never know, but 3-0 lead has never been blown in NBA history, so safely assuming, if Luka continues his play into the finals against a team like the Boston Celtics, he will have basically had the tale of 2 halves of a playoffs. The first half, he was not good offensively, and defensively, he was nothing really that great either, and he still necessarily isn't anything great, but his effort is there all around in the playoffs. And of course, the most important thing, I think Luka as a scorer has been huge, but I think what Luka has done with these bigs has been the changing point. Again, pick and roll action. McDaniels gets on. Cat tries to go over. They go for the double. Beautiful pass out to PJ, right? Goes back to Luka. Yet again, right now, they go for the hard double. And this is where, and then they stop, right? They hedge. And Ant tries to keep on. Gafford, Kyrie, beautiful cut by Luka. Rudy commits. Not a lot of time, 2.5 seconds. Luka goes psych. Oop. Like, how Luka creates these buckets so effortlessly for his team, especially for his bigs, right? Again, PJ Washington, stagger screen action with Derek Lively. Boom. Now, you see, you guys probably didn't even focus on where PJ was going. And even the defense didn't, right? So they run this off-ball pin down almost. Naz Reid is now behind. Beautiful pass by Luka. Tough lay. But again, creating those buckets for your bigs is going to help. Because again, it forces Rudy and those guys to have to look differently. This dude no looks, guys. So Derek Lively fills in the paint. Again, look at how everyone is concerned at what Luka is doing. Just boop. McDaniels, we're not paying attention, buddy. See ya. The dude hasn't missed a bucket in this series. And it's in part because he gets such easy ones. Again, because arguably the best or the second best playmaker in the entire world is creating his buckets. And again, notice the whole team just sort of switches / just sits and stares at Luka. They're just staring at him. He could have gone right here. Who could have gone out to the corner. And instead he just goes, oh, cat buddy, you're a little behind. See ya. And he goes, I ain't getting involved in that. I ain't getting dunked on. And again, Luka starts to get onto the hip. Gets the screen. Lively starting to roll. Kicks it back out to Lively because, again, Cat, somewhat understandably on this one, I'm going to be honest, he sort of commits to the idea. He also had to get out of the paint. But he also commits to the idea that maybe this is going to PJ because he is wide open in the corner. So they tried to run the hard double, and Lively just got a wide open bucket. It's beautiful. It's beautifully executed, beautifully well done. But again, right, there's only so much you're going to be able to stop when that is what you're running up against time in and time out, right? And that's why you can, again, argue yes, because you can say, I think Luka is as great as an offensive player as Nikola Jokic, and you could say, I think he's a better scorer. I think he's just as good as a playmaker or a passer, whatever word you want to use. And then their defense. Now, we're going to cover, I think, some positives from Luka's game and just how he's been sort of trying to step up. Now, part of this is also a video I'm also working on Anthony Edwards, since I believe it was like game 5 against Denver. But this pass here by Ant, right? But Luka catches the idea of what's going on. Boom. Like a cornerback, intercepts it, keeps it moving. Now, Luka here is on McDaniels because McDaniels is going to be mostly out on the corner, so he's kind of chilling. And it's almost like a zone-ish kind of thing. But then he gets Mike Conley. He's like, okay, let me stick with Rudy. Now, first of all, I ain't going to lie. You could call a foul here. He does hook his arm. But this is beautiful defense by Luka. Getting behind Rudy, who can't really dribble like that. Again, that's just not his game. Pokes it out. Easy enough. He even looks at the ref. He's like, hey, bro, I'm making sure he didn't call nothing. And Luka's effort here to make sure, because this is a winning play. Because if they get the ball out here, let's say Cat finally hits a 3 or out to somebody else, 1-point game. Ant comes over again. Luka goes, no, I can't let this nonsense happen on my watch. Give me the ball. Forces the ball out, gets the jump ball, and the Mavs do win that jump ball again in the clutch, creating an extra possession. So they try to go again with the screen action, right? And you see Luka's pointing out like, hey, watch the corner. And he goes, tries to get past. Beautiful help by Luka due to the defense from Gafford and Washington. But not necessarily enough. Now, to the question, I guess, of the video and the title. Is the title of the best in the world in Luka Doncic's hands? I personally do not think so. However, I believe the top 3 players in the world are lock unanimous. I do not think there's any other name you can push in there and you can convince me. In no order, even. If you have any of these three dudes number one, I can't even get mad. Giannis, Jokic, Luka. If you have those three names as your top three, I don't even necessarily care what order you have them in, but those are the three names. I don't really think there's many other players that you can argue are at their level. Just because I don't think there are many players or any players really that are as good offensively as Luka or Jokic and as good of a two-way guy as Giannis. So let me know what you guys think down below. Has this series shown you that Luka has, first of all, kind of redeemed himself in these playoffs and put himself into this best in the world conversation? Or do you think he's always been there since, the last couple of years and that this is just sort of reaffirming what other people haven't seen? Let me know what you guys think down below. As always, this was Amster Knows Hoops. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let's get to 1K before the end of the finals. Have a beautiful rest of your day, guys. Peace out.